Welcome to Sinful's Horror Stories. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe now for future content. Please be sure to leave a like on this video, as it helps my video perform at a much higher rate and exposes new people to the channel. I hope everyone is having a happy holiday to this point. Be safe out there, have fun, sit back, relax, and enjoy these deep web scary stories. Dancing Corpse. An excerpt from user Metal Lava. Some lady posted a sick video of her dancing with a corpse, all rigid, caked up, but like a corpse. She put on weird music and danced around and sang to it in her room. The user stumbled across one woman's channel on a video hosting site and found videos of her dancing with an actual human corpse. Apparently the corpse was not so recently dead, with its visibly decaying. That didn't stop this woman from using it to cut a very creepy rug. Maybe the worst part was her singing. She sang to the corpse as she danced, and not in an intentionally creepy way. No warbled, slowed down little demon girl melody, just your average joyful loving song to a rotting corpse. User The King of Bananas tells the tale of their friend, alias Eli, who explored the deep web as a teen, eventually found the infamous marketplace, the Silk Road, and decided to order some drugs. He bought some from a dealer on the dark website, paid him, and had the drugs sent to a family cottage. Checking the cottage, he found no delivery. Angry, Eli contacted the dealer, who miraculously sent another shipment. Again, no delivery. And again, Eli asked for more, and more were sent, with no delivery. It wasn't until months later that Eli would hear from the owners of the next cottage over about the mysterious shipments of drugs they kept receiving. It had all been just an address typo. Imagine the horror of being a teenager who had inadvertently sent a recurring shipment of drugs to your neighbors. And imagine a world where dark web drug dealers have that much respect for customer service. Kick299 writes about their short experience on the deep web by saying simply, "Found a webcam feed coming from my webcam. It's scary to think about the internet users who prowl the dark web for easy targets. It's even scarier to know that you're the target." Scariest of all is that story only elicited from Redditors a series of responses like, "Yeah, that's pretty normal," and "meh." This type of home invasion and forceful surveillance should not be par for the course. The fact that it is unnerving. Urban Hawk 1 writes about how he encountered on the dark web a guy online that was trying to buy a large quantity of bed bugs. This dark webber wanted to try to breed them to be resistant to normal methods of killing them, while simultaneously breeding in a weakness that only he knew. This way he could release them in people's houses and then force them to pay him to get rid of the bed bugs. The best part of this one? That's the exact create the disease so I can sell the only cure plot of both the Amazing Spider-Man and the Michael Bay TMNT film. Hopefully, this bed bug breeder never reaches his goal. Otherwise, we may get a third crappy movie. User This Sir 2 used to visit the portions of the deep web where would-be hackers and cybersecurity specialists gather. He was there to learn, you hope with good intentions. The best place to do that is where real hackers gather. He encountered plenty of run-of-the-mill social engineering, i.e. information and ID theft, but also one hacker who used their talents to offer something truly unique. The hacker advertised a service whereby someone could pay to have a certain type of illegal, immoral, illicit video uploaded onto another person's computer. The hacker would then report that person to the police, who after a computer search would presumably be arrested. What a terrifyingly effective way to frame someone. Worse, this Sir too writes, "The scariest part was discovering that there were at least 2 people in that chat room that I was in discussion about kernel security who would use their service." At-home vasectomy. This one is as puzzling as it is disgusting. User Busty Crustacean writes briefly that they found DIY vasectomy kit on the Silk Road. It was a kit of weird dentist tool looking hooks and some tube thing for $20. SR of course being the Silk Road. This means that this is an at-home surgery kit. It was listed for sale on a semi-public marketplace. For only $20 you could buy the means to give yourself surgery at home. Non-anesthetized, you have to assume. Probably most worrisome is that the laws of economics, as well as the sheer amount of humans on this earth, suggest there were likely at least a few buyers, which you have to assume lead to some grisly accidents. And honestly, in a way it would be even more worrying if someone bought this kit, used it, and absolutely nailed the procedure. User Saku Shah stumbled across the actual home website of a serial killer, later arrested for his crimes. The site features mainly the killer's own drawings, which depicted serial killer stuff which won't be detailed here. Let's just simplify it as gruesome murder and subsequent mutilation of bodies. Though some drawings were simple and crude, others were more lifelike, and all the more disturbing because of it. Eventually, one of the killer's actual photos loaded, which depicted, let's call them trophies. There were about a half dozen trophies in various stages of decomposition displayed on a shelf. Though the website has since been found and removed, it is apparently archived for your viewing displeasure. When the infamous Silk Road was shut down, an even larger deep web marketplace named Alpha Bay took its place. While idly surfing the site, user Cadet 5 found a listing for enriched uranium. Enriched uranium is of course one of the crucial components in creating nuclear weapons. The odds of a real sample being listed publicly, even on a site hidden within an onion address, are slim to none. But as Cadet 5 says, probably a scam, but it was still scary. If it were real, then Cadet 5 finding it means many much more sinister entities did as well. A website not being indexed by search engines is one thing. Actively hiding via onion services like Tor is another. But beyond even that, there is a whole world of encryption and camouflage that the average internet user is completely unaware of. User Progressive Coder dubs this phenomenon the portals. Seemingly innocuous sites that have clues hidden in the page source, or seemingly innocent image galleries containing images that have audio clues, or other things embedded in the code that have to be extracted through specific means. This process allows savvy coders to hide things so they can never be found, unless they so desire. One example Progressive Coder found was a PDF file that was a copy of the original Anarchist Cookbook, first edition, before it was heavily edited and stripped down. It had shit in there including detailed chemical breakdowns of military-grade explosives, way deeper than just your typical, this is how you build a weapon type of stuff. And truly, that is just the tip of the iceberg that descends deep down into the dark. User Fake Fakington, feel free to read into that or not, recounts their experience on the early days of the internet, when the deep web was not yet a term because everything was deep. Their story is worth checking out in its entirety, but the short version is that the user was casually surfing and stumbled upon something odd and cryptic. Through a series of internet maneuvers, they were able to make their way through the rabbit hole to a directory of what appeared to be records a psychologist or similar mental health professional would keep. The images were faxes, apparently of both military and medical nature. While browsing the files, the user noticed a new HTML file named something like 1. Hello there.html. The timestamp was from right that minute. I opened it, and in plain text was a message: "We see you." No quotes, all lowercase. About 15 seconds later, the server dropped. Sometimes, in obscure places on the internet, just being seen is scary enough. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Please be sure to subscribe for future content and email all of your true scary stories to thesinfulsavant@gmail.com. I will leave a link to my email in the description box below as well. Till we meet again, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and stay sinful. Ho, 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 ho. Ha ha.